All right, everybody. We are ready to start. I want to be time characters. This run will be by AliceNobodi, commentary by, how do you say your full name, Flav?
You can just say FlaviaEstCalida, I guess.
Whatever that is. There you go. All right, I'll hand it off to y'all to explain the run for us.
Alright, so 3 things. First off, why 99%? Well, to answer that question, I gotta save. This right here is the roulette character. Every time you shoot this button, it chooses 6 random fruit. These 6 fruit can be any one of 6 colors. They all need to be the same color, otherwise you are not getting this character. I have shot this button for actual hours and I've never gotten it actually during a run. So, if I get it during this run, that'll be a miracle. And I'll gift a tier 1 sub to anyone who commits to watching it live. Second thing. There's 100 characters in this game. That's a lot. So, if you look in the chat right now, a while ago I created a tier list for all of the characters in this game. So you can fill it out at home while you're doing this.
I forgot you were doing that.
And then the third thing I want to point out is that there's going to be a couple of spots where I'm going to focus intensely. That's why I got Flavia here as well, to commentate over the spots like the avoidance and the final boss, where I'm going to be focusing a bit more intensely.
Yep. And I've played it once and watched a couple runs, so I know everything about this game.
Yeah.
Won't forget anything.
Other than that, I believe we're ready to go. Time starts when I touch the medium warp. So we will go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Alright, so we're going to start off by taking a pretty out-of-the-way route. This is just to get a few miscellaneous characters. Pretty precise jump coming up here. It's fine if we don't get it, though. We didn't get it. Fuck, now I have to actually sit through that again.
That's a V string, right?
It's easier on a certain V string, but it's like not dependent. Alright, there we go.
Yeah.
We've already gotten 3 characters, if you're keeping up.
This map is like actually just massive, right? I think
Yeah.
there's a map on the Fangame.es thing, maybe? I can't remember.
Yeah, there's a map on the I Wanna Hub by Canis. Oops.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Maybe I can try and grab it real fast.
Yeah, if you want to do that. Wow, okay.
But yeah, this game was made by Yo-Yo, correct? And do
Yes.
You know what year it was?
I don't remember exactly the year. This was made by Yo-Yo, though. Not the Yo-Yo that made the engine and died of the spike, but the Yo-Yo that made sugar and gel, unfortunately.
Japanese Yo-Yo. The name looks kind of like a pitchfork twice.
These jumps are kind of hard. They're not frame perfect, they're just hard. Literally. Okay, I'm gonna set up for them. Bruh, okay. This shouldn't be this difficult. Marathon nerves. Let's fucking go.
Okay, here we go. There's the map in chat. Yeah, let's do it. It's like really big. And it is very hard if you don't know the map on your first blind playthrough. Find all of these. Some of them are easy, but some of them are very confusing.
Alright, there we go.
I think when I played it the first time, Alice gave me a map. Otherwise, probably would not have finished this game.
So something important to note is that you can press W on a save and warp to the beginning of the stage. This will be mandatory to do in a couple of places. We're going back through this route to get one character that we missed because it's just faster to get it now. And then coming up soon, we are going to be coming up on the stage with the roulette, actually. So get your screenshots. Wow, okay, phenomenal. Get your screenshot tools ready so you can have proof that you were here. I'm going to shoot the button exactly once.
Could be the day.
Could be.
Yeah, the odds are like very...
The odds are astronomically low.
Very, very low. Very, very low. But yeah, I think this is a very good example of the collectathon genre. Normally the genre is kind of broke, but I thought this was very, very tasteful.
Something else I want to point out, all the warps in this game are color-coded. Green warps will take you to a new stage, red warps will take you back to the hub, and blue warps will take you to the item room. Wow, okay. I fucked that up. Phenomenal. The save is just hard. There's no beating around the bush. It's just a difficult save.
RNG Fiesta. That was pretty good.
This one is also rather difficult. You get like 2 of the harder saves in the run back to back.
This is Love Trap, I think. The K2 Love Trap stream.
Wow, okay.
Shoo.
You love to see it.
Another PB.
Yeah, if this PB is, we're gonna have like 40 minutes to kill.
Hey, I can just start my run early, so I don't have to stay up until 4 a.m. Yeah, see, that's one of the ones that would be very hard to find if you didn't like know. Maybe I'm just bad at these collectathon games.
So we're gonna be getting 99 characters total. You need to get a certain amount of characters in order to get into certain stages. But we're not gonna worry about that because we're just gonna get all of them minus the one. Spend the 40 minutes shooting the button.
I'm pretty sure you still wouldn't get it. It's really low.
I mean, I could. Statistically speaking, it could happen.
I almost got it my first try. I had one cherry that was off. Or maybe it wasn't like first try.
I want to point out, the very first time I ever played this game, I played it online with a member of the community called Kather. He shot the button exactly twice and got it. And I'm still upset. That happened years ago, and I'm still upset. Shit. Did not mean to fall through that block.
I forgot about this one. I did not get this one in my playthrough. That one's definitely at least an A tier, right?
Yeah, how's everyone's tier list going?
That one is definitely.
Alright, everybody, it's time. No, I'm just.
You scared me, because even I have a little bit of delay. Unbelievable, Alice. Don't do things like that. I actually I used to hold it for a second. that was actually every cherry a different color. Like, not even close. The plain green one, definitely an F tier.
Cancel culture.
I think it was you who said these are like the original NFTs. You know,
I did
they're all like
say
taken off the same template. They're all different colors.
I don't think I was the one that said that, but
I can't remember. That cracked me up then, because they are. They have like little templates, and they all change color. I always switch the templates around. They're just like the apes. Yeah. I always forget I have that unit.
Alright, we're coming up on a couple of rapscallions that most people don't actually get in their first playthrough.
Whoa. Yeah, I did not see this.
There's a lot of them down here, surprisingly.
Yeah. That was an S tier one. The multicolored.
Still going on about the fucking tier list. Bruh.
We still haven't really even gone into any of the warps to like the other stages yet, pretty much, right?
Yeah, this is like just the second stage of the run.
Yeah, there's a lot, like in the main.
I don't know what
areas.
the best align for this corner is. I just grabbed that one.
El Cochran. We love El Cochran.
No! It's okay.
No.
Yeah, I felt the bonking coming. It was going too well. If the characters are transparent, that means you've collected them and don't need to collect them again.
Yeah. But they do not. You have to save first. Like if you die after grabbing one, it'll reappear. But you have to save, and then they'll stay collected.
This jump is gonna be funny. It always is. This isn't the funny jump though. I think Flav knows what the funny jump.
One truly funny jump.
I have a split dedicated to one jump specifically. We'll see it when we get there.
This one's still hard though.
This one is still hard. Like, no cap.
No cap. Real for real.
Alright, there we go. Before we go into here,
Yeah.
we must go to the right.
We love Pico
Alright.
stage.
And now it is time to become a speedrunner. Place your
I tried
bets
to
in
do that
chat.
one.
How many frames are going to be left on the clock?
That one's actually pretty lenient, isn't it? It's really not that bad.
That's fine. Alright, now this one is the hard one. The first run through is not that hard, but we go through it multiple times.
Wonderful, got it. 236. Holy shit. That's actually insane.
Okay, my game just decided to lag for a frame. That's awesome. Can we get some sour please in chats though?
We love Char. We love Char around here.
Best song in the game, just to give you a break from the guy rock.
But yeah, so basically you have to go through once using double jumps. You get all the characters. Then you go through again using no double jump, and you get the secret character. So we'll get to see this again.
The double jump
It's
one
not
isn't
3
that
times,
bad.
right?
It is. It's 2.5.
2.5. Oh yeah. So yeah, you have to go through a couple times. But yeah, this is just like in Char, which came out before this, definitely.
Yeah, this game is inspired a lot by Char.
We love Char around here.
Alright, so I'm not allowed to use my double jump this time.
It's pretty difficult. It's not easy.
Especially the third screen.
Mm-hmm. But with some practice, it's pretty consistent. Mostly, kind of. Unless you're me. It took me like 30 minutes at least. Just hold left down the stairs. Very nice.
This jump is balls.
Is that one of the ones where you can like 2-frame and it technically makes it
Oh my
easier?
god, I don't know if I double jumped or not. It doesn't matter, I jumped into a fruit.
GG.
Yeah, this game is pretty inconsistent. I remember
Overall, this one's been fast, hasn't it?
Yeah, I usually don't spend too much time here. I remember the first time I ever did a run of this, people went into my chat and they're like, oh my god, you're fucking insane. But I'm like, nah, I just like running yo-yo games.
It's a good speed run. I really like it. Maybe next year we'll do a race. And it'll be entirely dependent upon final boss and the avoidance. Yeah, this is a great game though. I think it holds up very well. There's another collectathon being done in this race by ours. I think this one's cool, personally.
I double jumped. Phenomenal. It can just be over in an instant. Like, you hear that double jump noise and you're just like, ah, shit, gotta restart.
This is the run.
Why did I walk off? Okay, I'm actually losing it. It's fine. Just gonna focus. Flav, entertain them.
I had a joke lined up. Oh, what did the, what did the bartender say when the pony walked into the bar? Or, no, the pony had the pony's voice was sore, and it walked into the bar. And the bartender said, you're a little horse. You know. That was the joke I came up with. You're a little, because it's a pony. Yeah. Little horse. What's a pirate's favorite, or what rating of movie does a pirate like to watch? Rated R. Yeah.
Alright, we got the character.
We did it.
That's what happens if you double jump, by the way. Those blocks appear. We're not done yet, though.
One more. Ooh. This rated R, Barfy, because pirates say R. See, this is another one I did not find. You're not going to find it very easily in a blind playthrough. This is 99 difficulty.
You can't double jump in this stage either.
Yeah. Post your tier list in the FM general chat on Discord. And then placements will do a tier list at the end of the marathon.
So, alright, I think you're talking to Flav. I'll say it anyways.
Oh.
If you're wondering why this stage is called Pico Pico, it's because that is Japanese onomatopoeia for like a heartbeat. Which is, and this is kind of making like a heart rate monitor sound.
Yeah. The little horse joke is because a pony is a little horse, and its voice was sick. Little horse.
Can't double jump up to the part where the warp is on screen. You can double jump as much as you want once the warp is on screen.
Oh.
These jumps at the end are like the hardest thing in the world.
Yeah. It's probably one of those things you could use numpad for, isn't it? So that you press
Well, even if you... I don't know if that's how numpad works. Like, you can numpad full jump, but can you press right on the same frame?
Yeah, it should make you jump on the same frame every time, because I used it for Destination Final Area, where it has like 3 of those jumps in a row. You know what I mean? It's like weird, though. I think now he uses it as well. Maybe. Ocean Horseman. Man. I wish I had a nin sub still. Alright.
Alright.
Let's go. That's one of the harder things in the game, I think. Yeah, so you get all 3 of these. Isn't it like one of them you don't get if you double jump or something like that?
No, you just can't get all of them if you double jump.
Gotcha.
Alright, we are now on the split that I have labeled as pre-double jump diamond.
Yeah, that screen's really hard. Corners are cool.
Shit.
Oh, we love corners. As is tradition, secrets go on behind corners. It's too bad we can't do like Zelda where they have like the items on the screen. They got each character. That'd be so much work. You literally like clicking on it non-stop.
Yeah, you'd spend more time clicking than actually doing the run.
Yeah. But that's what I could be used for that, you know, team viewer.
Diagonals are impossible, by the way. Never been done before.
I think when Yo-Yo made
Bruh.
this, he thought this was actually impossible.
Bruh! I'm losing every ounce of time I could possibly have. I'm behind for the record, but like I still am getting like gold after gold. Which is absurd. Real. Well, the last 2 I got were red, but like the 2 before that, like the roulette stage was a gold for some reason.
Huh. You know, it seems pretty quick so far. Oh, well, you're talking about behind TV.
Which is world record.
Yeah. So we're definitely on track for the marathon.
I forgot. What did I even put my estimate as?
I think it's like 120 or something. I don't think there's any way we reach it.
I don't know. Maybe.
Let me see. I have to unpause the stream.
If the avoidance just like absolutely ruins me.
Post the estimate. It is 125.
Okay, we might be good.
Oh, and it has Yo-Yo's Japanese name on there. I knew it looked like pitchforks.
Santa Paul. God damn it. I'm just gonna restart. I think that's the first time I've ever failed that double jump. It's unfortunate. Okay, well, there's a second time for everything.
You know what they say.
I'm gonna take this save. Didn't need to. Phenomenal. Wait, no, it's this line. All right, everybody. It's time.
This is V-align dependent, V-string dependent, HLPI,
This
AD.
This is the best save in the game.
Use AD trick. Yeah, but what do? You do like a 4-frame jump, I think?
Yeah, I do like a 4-frame full double jump.
Yeah, 4-frame.
That's my setup.
Full double. Yeah, but this is serious time. Give your energy for the spirit bomb. Just getting a lot of bad B strings here, I think. The karma and the air's off. Bad mojo.
You know what they say about that karma?
She's a character in League of Legends.
I was gonna say they come and go.
That's the karma commitment. Yeah.
I hope everyone is enjoying this game. This is the best representation of it. Just this, right here. This is the best representation of Fangames in general.
We love Needle.
If you get one thing from Fangame Marathon, have it be that this is Fangames.
We love Needle. All this
I'm
for
just...
one character. If you had gotten the
roulette one.
The roulette one, you could just get this one. There we go. See, that was pretty fast. That was like the second or third try.
Right, post double jump diamond.
I'm pretty sure I messed up the little jump at the end on my way through.
Most people do.
It was very pog champion. Yeah, pog slide. Do you know why they call those?
I walked off! I genuinely thought I bonked. This is upsetting.
Okay, but do you know why they call those an F jump?
Because you give your respects.
Yeah, because they make you say the F word.
Holy goddamn.
Sideways gate and go joke.
It's fine. We get the best stage in the game coming up next. The like most massive skip ever. You're gonna get to hear a horse live on FM galloping in the background.
I hope it's not a little horse.
Alright, there we go.
Nice. Because I don't think you can get the big line to it.
So this next stage has a gimmick where you shoot the spikes and the color of the background says what spikes don't kill you, but you can just do that and glitch out the things, so now only the white spikes kill you.
Yeah, the stage seems like it would be very hard without doing the glitch. I never did it without the glitch, so I don't know. Seems annoying to me. It's pretty easy to do, even on a casual playthrough. You just kind of shoot at it until it happens.
Gonna take a detour to here so we can get this character. This one's definitely like high A.
Do you really think so? Or are you just saying?
That's my vibe. Most of the character, assuming you're doing the glitch, this character's like a D if you're not doing the glitch.
I don't know. I base all the characters upon the looks, not upon where they are. I guess I'm a little shallower than you.
We get to do the glitch again. Holy shit, I'm so fucking good. Sometimes I'll be at that thing for like 20 whole seconds trying to get this to pop off. But apparently I'm just cracked.
Marathon. Yeah. Really, we should be saying orb every time you pick one of these up.
That would be a nightmare.
That'd be so funny. The orb joke, hilarious. I love the orb joke.
Why did I bonk? That's okay. We can just do the save as intended. Yeah, the red's pretty bright.
Good lord. I was like focused in on the stream.
It's okay, we can do this glitch down here. There we go.
Thank God it stops on blue. Because that red is brutal. Orb. See, that one was pretty good. That was at least a B tier. The orange one with like the wrappings and the horn. Also.
Diagonals are impossible.
This one's pretty good too. It's like an anarchy flag in black and red.
We're gonna see the actual gimmick of this stage be used for a bit. Until I get up here and then just like do the glitch again. Alright, there we go.
Wow, so many flashing lights. It's like that Kanye West song.
I maybe should have done a flashing lights warning, but I don't know. I didn't expect it for it to take that long.
It's not enough. It's only like 2 flashing lights.
Alright. It is time for the avoidance.
Now this is where it gets fun.
This is where it gets fun.
We have fun. We love avoidance.
Stretch out before we do this. Because I'm going to be losing my mental. And I'm going to be focusing. Flavia, you can take it away.
Yeah, so this is an avoidance, for sure. It has a lot of screen shake in a couple of spots. Overall, it's pretty fun, but it's just not very consistent for a speedrun. I enjoyed it when I played it. It's definitely mostly just a barrage style, nothing crazy. The screen shake parts are what's actually annoying. And there's also some very dense, like, spiral stuff that's very tough. It's just overall, you know, no breaks. Pretty hard avoidance, but mostly just listen. I kind of forgot what the song sounds like. Yes, a sour, please. That's a sour, please. But yeah, it's not too long of an avoidance, but it's definitely long enough to cause problems. And as with any avoidance, the more you die to it, the harder it is. At least for me.
Shit.
Yeah, see, that's the screen shake. It makes it very hard to read.
This boss has like 4 heart attacks.
Yeah.
2 of them are that.
Yeah, and then the other heart attack, what'd you say, is the spiral type thing. I don't know what you call it.
It's the purple circles.
Yeah.
The intro is actually one of the hardest attacks in this fight. But it's like at the very beginning, so if you die to it, it's fine.
It's mostly slow enough that you can kind of handle it. But yeah, I'd say the screen shake was definitely what gave me the most trouble. It's so unnecessary. So unnecessary.
Yeah, I just wanted to be extra.
So yeah, this is definitely what makes the run hard. This and final boss.
Yeah,
of
the
course
bosses in this game are no joke.
Yeah, it's what makes it inconsistent. With the needle stuff, you know, most of it's not insanely difficult. Maybe that was nice. This attack is awesome. If we were in a stadium, I'd say do the wave, but unfortunately, we're all on the internet because of coronavirus restrictions, presumably. Maybe we'll be back to a live FM next year.
This attack gets fucked.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, that was the one I was calling spirals, even though they're not really spirals.
Yeah, white fruit on a white background is not the easiest thing in the world to read.
There's also a hard avoidance in the game I'm running in 2 hours. Hopefully, I don't die to it. This is better. We love dying to avoidances in speedruns. It's very fun.
Avoidances in speedruns are just so true.
It's so pog champion, is what I'd say. And pog dog. Dog champ. Yeah. Yeah, FM is pre-recorded. The first time I learned about that, I was like learning Santa Claus wasn't real, or that WWE is fake.
That was a bit sketchy.
Doing the wave. I always forget how much delay there is. Just a bit. Nice.
Alright.
Nice.
This should be.
That was very nice RNG. Let's go.
Alright.
Let's
We're
get this
over.
shit. That was pretty quick.
Over the
What was
first big hurdle.
that? 4th try, maybe? 3rd try? I can't remember.
Something
I
like
think
that.
it's like third real try.
Alright, now
That's
we go
cool.
to here. I should have 61 characters.
Yup.
Why am I going down? What?
Oh,
Forget. Can we do this stage now? I'm just nervous because boss clear.
this is also a very Char stage, wouldn't you say? Reminds me of Char scene.
Yeah.
Very movie apple-y.
This is the math stage of the game.
There's also the apple line stage of the game, in which we love apple lines. Ooh, top right one, very cool. That's an A tier. Also cat girl one, also A tier.
That one's always risky to go for.
Yeah, I can't believe you went for that cycle. Don't worry. Yeah, as you can see, as we go through the game, the time characters are getting more and more based. Start off
They're no longer just green circles.
yeah. But that guy in the bottom right one, oh yeah, that's a time character.
Shit. I always try to go for that going in, never going out though, because going out is just too risky. But going in is like whatever.
These are some very tough cycles. Damn,
A lot of waiting.
a lot of waiting and a lot of very tight. These aren't even tight compared to some of the ones that we did.
Shit. I bonked. Bonking is your worst enemy in a stage like this. Because there's just a lot of like cliff jumps. You just gotta do them.
Yeah. It's also kind of a boomer destroyer saves too. Very long. Surprised you go over for that.
I do that going in because it's faster than just waiting.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. A little too low. One frame more and I would have made it.
Man,
It's
I'm gonna
alright.
pass out.
This is gonna be the run where we get first try final boss. Calling it.
The last time we did very, very nicely.
I think the last run I did that got to final boss, literally I like second try got it to 1 HP and then died in a really dumb way.
It's
That-
over that.
Yeah, that would have been record, but it was like,
It is terrible. You have world record, right?
yeah. You think other people speedrun this game?
Hey, you never know. Sometimes we're being old and we speedrun.
This stage is bonkers.
Yeah, it's a crusty boomer destroyer.
That was Wolfie. No! You ever just 3-frame?
Oh.
I wanted to commit to it. This game is no joke.
No, it's got a lot of hard stuff.
A lot of the saves are just like 50 billion years long. Like, you gotta just do really hard stuff at the end of really long saves, and that's just how you gotta do it.
Yeah. Would you say this is kind of a FTFA like? A little bit?
Yeah, definitely. This screen specifically.
Yo-Yo started the FTFA genre, I'd say.
I'm not gonna risk it. I'm tired of dying to this screen. I'm gonna just play it safe.
Yeah, everyone make sure you go tag at FTFA, like, at the end of stream. Very important. It could also be a Noesis-like, since it has cherries.
True. Every game that has fruit is a Noesis like. It's just how it works.
Noesis. Noesis.
Alright, so we're gonna be warping back to the beginning of the stage because we need to take a different path in order to get a different character. And now we get to do another apple lime. I forget which one it is. Alright, it's that one.
Surprised they didn't have any Apple aligned stuff for the Needle Tech thing on Fangame Jeopardy. I think it's too common knowledge.
Alright, so now we have a lot of waiting.
We have some time to read some donations, I think.
Because this screen goes all the way to the left. It's a good time to stretch.
Luckily, this isn't like, it doesn't ever get too hard here. The only thing that's hard about it is the auto-scroll-ness of it.
The only thing that's hard is not losing your patience.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a little bit weird because, you know, auto-scroll, but it is what it is. I've always said that. No, everybody's stay awake, guys. Stay awake.
Alright, now it's time for water. I'll get that character later. This game is made in Necron engine, which means if I one frame, I full jump.
You love to see it.
In the water, specifically.
Reminds me of Char. Alright, we're at 46 right now. I think it's going pretty well. You have to do that wiggle and set the
Wow, I'm so good at the video game.
Stay awake. Be ready.
I'm gonna go at it from here. Alright, here we go.
Now this save is really cool. I really like this apple thing. Just like lines up. The translation for that is think outside the box. Fun fact.
I don't know if it's actually that or not.
Yeah, it says think outside the box, and then I think the face translates to ooh.
Thank you, Nick Apple Engine. Very cool. Can you guess this one? Nope.
It's pretty rare that it actually screws you like that.
Alright, let's see which one it actually is. Is it this one? I think it's this one. No, it's the one on the right. These are all in the bad animation, meaning that they're all like only one gap you can actually go through. Normally if an apple's frozen and it's in the down animation, then there's 2 lines you can use. Fun fact. Why did I go?
Most of the time characters in this world are kind of low tier, honestly. Kind of just basic.
Okay, well, I touched the wall, apparently.
Yeah, this game is very funny.
The save is very hard just to do normally, like even without the apple line.
Yeah. No, it's just way harder without the apple line. Way harder. I couldn't do it. I had to use apple line with my on my casual playthrough.
Am I getting the wrong align? Okay, I definitely got a different align there. Gotta count aligns. I'm literally gonna count aligns right now. Yes, no, no, yes, no, no. Okay, so it is this gap again. Alright. I'm just going insane. I've never actually stopped to count the lines.
I still don't know the apple lines. She's told me like 10 times.
There we go.
Nice.
Now we just gotta get past this and we're gonna take the red warp. Because we are done with that stage. And now we are on to air conveyors.
Let's go.
So, do you want to explain the funny of this stage?
So you can only go in one direction at a time, basically. Well, no, they're air conveyors, so yeah. You get moved in the direction. Just imagine a conveyor in the air, right? But there is one character where normally you can only get it if you're holding, is it right or left, Alice, the whole time?
You cannot
Right.
press the right arrow key.
Yeah, so you cannot press the right arrow key.
Wait, what am I doing? I need to warp back.
The glitch, I'm probably going to explain it wrong, but the glitch is if you can't press the right arrow key, but if you like hold it down the whole time, then you're fine, right?
Basically the object only checks if you press the right arrow key. However, the player will move if you hold the right arrow key, which means you can press and hold it, restart, and then still be holding it, and it will never detect that you pressed the right arrow key.
Right. So if you're holding it when you go in, then it's fine. But yeah, you still have to go through the stage and find all the side characters before you go grab the bonus one using the glitch. The glitch is like really hard to explain in ways that are obvious. Like it makes sense to me. I just can't explain it.
You'll see it when I do it.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to see. Hard to see though, because it's just kind of like
I forgot that you can't go right. I'm
the gimmick, Alice.
the gimmick.
We've been talking about this.
Yeah, we've literally been talking about it.
Tell you?
It's alright.
Yeah, it's kind of like Vines, where I don't know. It's not like Vines at all, but
Also, if it wasn't obvious, green moves you to the left, yellow moves you to the right.
yeah. My feeble attempt to explain it. I don't think I did that. Isn't it just wind? No, wind is more annoying. Because wind is always annoying. This is actually pretty fun. I actually really like this stage. It's probably one of my favorites. I thought it was very creative. And doing it like for the special one without the glitch is actually really fun too. But obviously for a speedrun you want to do the glitch.
Secret tunnel.
Really
There's a lot of secrets in this game that I just go through wall.
A lot of them are pretty easy though. It's easy to get true end on a casual playthrough without sweating too hard. 100% is more difficult to do blind, but you can casually play through and get enough that you need to finish the game for sure.
Yeah, to finish the game you only need 80 characters out of the 99 that I'll be getting this playthrough.
Yeah, and you can easily find 80 yourself without a guide or anything. It's actually pretty well done, I think. And I normally don't like the puns. So.
Most consistent corner in the game.
How does she do it?
Least consistent double jump in the game. It's fine though, because I did it.
That's also a very high tier time character.
Yeah, how's everyone's tier lists going?
That one's like a pharaoh or something. This one's pretty low tier.
Alright, so here's the bug. Basically, I'm going to shoot the save, hold right, and then press R. Alright, so now because I never technically pressed right, it's fine. And these blocks up here will not appear.
This one I would not have found blind, just because there's no like indication for it.
I have 2 minutes to world record. There's no way.
You can do it. But yeah, this is final area.
It is typical in Japanese adventure games to have the final area have non-restarting music. So you get to listen to the full version of this song.
Yeah, there's also a yo-yo thing to do where he'll make the tiles all gray in the final area.
Yeah, the final stages of yo-yo games are usually like a gray stage.
Yeah, pretty cool. This is some of my favorite platforming in the game for sure. Generic Needle, my favorite.
There's gonna be a save coming up that's pretty funny. Oh yeah, also this game is in Z3.
Oh, is it? I didn't even know.
Yeah, the last screen in this one.
Yeah, I never played Z3. I think Barfiace is running that next year, from what I understand.
So this save is funny because you can't restart from this save. You have to restart from this save in order for these blocks to go away.
I forgot about this one. It's actually like 2 characters behind this, right?
No, this is just how you access Final Boss.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dumb. Alright, well, this is final. Well, no, wait.
You have to shoot the button to access it. It doesn't actually take you there.
Okay, yeah, that part kind of sucks. I forgot about that. I think you just told me in my playthrough.
Yeah, I told you go to the right, save, and then go do the double diamond.
Yeah, Barfiace currently has world record in Z3.
Because I know you tried doing it from the other save, and you're like, what? This isn't a secret?
Yeah.
I take that a line. I don't know if it's actually useful or not.
What do you grab it for?
The corner.
I can't believe that time character is so close to the end. That's like one of the worst ones. Just a yellow is pretty cool. And this one kind of sucks too.
If you are going to be watching Hyoka's playthrough of I Want to Be the Sugar, you may recognize this screen later. Actually, is Hyoka doing any percent or 100%?
I don't know. I should look there.
I think it's 100%.
Hyoka based.
Anyways, you'll see this screen again later if Hyoka's doing 100%.
It is 100%, yes.
Alright, then you'll get to see this screen later.
Well, it kind of sucked if you're not 100%, right?
I mean, Sugar's fine. You're missing out on the best boss in the game if you don't do 100%, but...
Yeah. Well, you have to do it for the long save, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the most important part.
The nerve-wracking gray stage in Sugar.
Yeah. I love that. I took like the final screen.
I think you took the final screen twice.
Sure conflict. But this is, there's like one more character?
2 more.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We are at 98 characters right now.
Instead of would be hiding the final character.
I think it might be this fella.
Now, this boss is funny. This is the funny boss.
I'm going to focus if you want to try to explain how this boss works.
Yeah. So it's just a bunch of RNG attacks, basically. It randomly picks which one. There's a lot. 2 of them come from the sides. Like, one will be top and bottom, one will be left and right. I think there's 2 attacks. There's probably 3 or 4 attacks that shoot out of it. One's like a random 360. One is like targeted. One's like the spirals. Yeah, it's just an RNG mess.
The square in the background is the health bar.
The health bar is the square in the background.
And the timer, if you let it run out, you die. However, you have so much time that it's basically a non-issue.
Yeah. Time is not really a concern.
It's the fucking 50 billion fruit flying at you at 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, so you kind of just get burned sometimes, because sometimes it'll just shoot you. Whenever you get like anywhere near it. So you're kind of just burned. If
you stay too far away, the walls will get you. If you get too close, the boss will get you. So there really is no optimal place to stand.
And if it's in the bad bouncing pattern, it's also really bad. So, I don't know. On my casual playthrough, I kind of reset until I had to go down zone. But in a speedrun, it's not really worth it. It's a nice read. But yeah, this makes you do very tight dodges.
This is in Necron Infinite Jump, by the way, so if I one frame my full jump,
yeah.
Which is why I'm trying not to do too many short jumps.
The old Necron there. But you're definitely at the mercy of RNG a lot of the time. Because if you're ever near the edges, you can just get pinned instantly. You can just get Omega pinned, Troll Zord even.
And this is the reason why my PB is like 37 or 57 minutes, and the estimate is 1 hour 25.
Yeah. It is very easy to get rockle-coptered here, but Alice is a professional gamer, so I'm sure we'll finish pretty quick. Yeah, we love Necron here. See, like there she was near it. It totally could have just killed her, but sometimes you just have to take the risk. It's also very interesting, when it spawns an attack from the boss, it kind of just sits in the same spot, which I always thought was weird.
Once I get down to 6 health, it'll start shooting RNG constantly.
Yeah, it's kind of like the following you do.
Shit. But that's a good indicator of if you're near the end of the boss.
Yeah, that was a very good one. Yeah, this is kind of a wrist cranker, as it were. A wrist turner, if you will.
Shit. Yeah, it's a lot of like there's a very high inputs per second with this.
Tier list is colder and paint. I am impressed that you got that filled out. Sometimes you collect like 3 at once, and it's like just too much. Luckily, if you pay attention on the final credits.
Yeah, if you pay, well, you'll get to see them all except for the roulette one.
True.
Because I didn't collect that. Yeah, this is a very easy boss to killer run. This and the avoidance are the big roadblocks. Like, obviously, with any speed game, you want to first try the boss, but, like, I don't know, if I can get this boss in, like, 5 attempts, I'm happy.
Yeah, wonderful. Alice actually practices on StarCraft 2 for her APMs. I think this is her good player.
Not a fan of that one, Chief.
We love time characters final boss.
Always fair, always reasonable.
Do not utter the phrase.
Fucking damn it.
This is a really good run. Yeah, these runs are going pretty well though. Should finish. Necron water infinite jump. See, it's Necron air. Which I personally prefer. Necron air, pretty cool. It's actually a pretty fun boss. It just kills you a lot, which is, you know.
It's definitely the type of boss you gotta throw some kids at.
Yeah. Just
Expecting to first try this boss is just not a reasonable goal.
Yeah. It didn't take me like too long on a blind playthrough though. Maybe like 30 minutes to an hour. And I'm not, you know, insanely good. You just kind of have to hope for good RNG. I definitely waited for runs where the bouncing was more up and down, because it's a lot easier with up-down bouncing, in my opinion. But like I said, for a speedrun, it's not really realistic to wait for that. Let's see, now this is perfect. IMHA PVCT? Never mind.
RNG, be like.
That was really bad. Really bad RNG.
Let's force the player to get close to the boss and then spawn aim blinds.
Yeah, see, this would be a lot better in my opinion if it didn't have the ones that came from the sides. Those are the ones that screwed everything up.
There's like no good transitions in this. All transitions are equally bad.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, I'm the greatest.
You are the greatest. You have world record.
Yeah.
World #1 champ.
Yeah, I guess you could say that, Illusion.
So what do you think this boss is supposed to be? I think it's a clock?
I think it's
Maybe
the
it is.
time character.
No, maybe it's just time. I mean, it is kind of a race against time. There is a timer and also a clock. I don't know. Unclear. Only Yo-Yo.
Yeah, can we get the dev commentary on this game?
The all Japanese.
Has an interesting bounce. Alright. Time.
Oh god, that was that was stupid.
That
Oh my
was pretty
god.
stupid.
I was trying not to make noises. Good lord. Nice though. That was good. What was the final time on it? I don't have the stream open.
1 hour, 9 minutes, 10 seconds is my time.
Yeah, not bad. That was insane. I thought, man, that one green one was like inside of you. Oh yeah, but now you can check your tier list.
Yeah, now you can check all the characters.
Yeah, check your tier list. That was really good. That was a solid one. It never got hung up too bad anyway.
I mean,
Final boss went well.
the double jump diamond kind of could have been better.
Nah. But avoidance went well. Final boss went well. Yeah. Very kawaii, as they say. Ooh.
Oh,
But yeah, now you see. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. Excuse me, Mrs. Streamer, you forgot this character. Oh my god!
Oh no.
We do have about 10 minutes left if you want to go try and get 100%.
Yeah, I can go shoot the button for a bit. I can't skip this credits, unfortunately.
Yeah. I still think my favorite character is the little multicolor rainbow one. I think it was like 33 or something. They're all super kawaii though.
Justice for character time. Yeah, this is a good verification check, though, that you got all 99 characters. Because the only one that should be missing is character 29.
Gambling is bad.
You'll see in just a second, Illusion. So
I think the odds are pretty good. How long do we have? Like,
I don't know. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to beeline it back to roulette, and I'm going to shoot the button until I get kicked off. That is what is going to happen for the next bit.
I'll let you demonstrate for a little bit for anyone who may have missed.
Yeah.
Show them why character 29 is left out.
There's a reason 99% is the category.
yeah, character 91. That one's buzzing.
Thank you for playing. Yeah, if I get the roulette character, this will be the world record for 100%.
I think anything would be. 100%.
Alright, first I need to do the verification. 99. Next we go back to roulette. So keep in mind while I'm doing the roulette, these wheels are also on screen, advancing the RNG seed. So there's a chance that you just go over it.
Pseudo RNG.
Alright, everybody. It's time to shoot the button. Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
None of these even close. I think, no, there's one that was like 4 reds.
I am manually shooting this, by the way. Turning on Wasp is cheating.
Maybe you can just do this during my permanence 2 run. So
Yeah, I'll do this. I'll do this in the background of the permanence run.
Yeah.
All 6 of them need to be the same color.
And you said there's 6 colors for each cherry?
Yeah, it can choose between red, orange, yellow, green, blue, or purple. And don't forget that even if you get a seed that would win, the wheels on this screen could just advance over it. And also, something to point out, these fruits are coded to call the RNG seed until it gets down. That's how it moves downwards. It's not like, oh, just move down. It will roll through RNG until it gets the ability to go downwards. Meaning it can also advance over a seed that way. Meaning the odds are like, even if you get the 1 in 7k, or more like 8k, there's like a non-zero chance that it just skips over it.
It is very funny though. And sometimes being funny is good game design.
No, once you get all 6, the button goes away and the blocks disappear.
You said you have gotten this before though, right? You, like,
Yeah,
put a
but
shoe on
I turned on Wasp, put a candle on my shoot key, and went to sleep.
Yeah.
I have never successfully completed a 100% run. It's just not worth it.
I think we need to change the category to slots. No.
Yeah,
Like
can we get someone
Yes,
that
gambling.
changes category to gameplay? How much longer do we have for this?
Brutal on the fingers. Well, Eva
I was really hoping there. We got 5 out of 6 on one of those rolls. Thought this was going to be the one. That's all right. We'll go ahead and get the next run started.
Yep.
But thank you so much. That was a great run from AliceNobodi, commentary by Flavia. I'm gonna get us transitioned to setup screen, and we'll be right back with a run of a Buff Zucchini various maps by Eva. Alice, Flavia, anything else you'd like to add?
What's gonna happen is you're gonna you're gonna go to the transition screen, and the exact moment you click it is when it's gonna happen. I can feel it.
I'll tell you what happens while we're setting up. I'm switching back to your screen.
Alright, well, I'll see you guys again in 40 minutes for my performance.